What's up, everybody? It's Pinche Band with the Cast&Blast podcast. Got my co-host, Jimmy.
What's up, everyone?
Together, we're PB&J. Today's episode is episode 8, Hunting with Cast&Blast Outfitters. Man, we've been away for a while, and we're glad to be back, but we've been getting after it, huh, Jimmy?
Yeah, we've been doing some hunting with Cast&Blast Outfitters. It's been great, man. It's been good.
It's been good. So let's wrap up the season and give you guys a little idea of what we've been up to. We haven't just been taking a break for the sake of not filming or anything like that. We've actually just been kind of busy getting after it and putting some hunters on some experiences, huh?
Well, there's been some filming. There's been some filming out in the woods, right?
Yeah,
So a lot of folks asked about, hey, bring us some footage from of what you guys do, and that's what we've done. We've been too busy to sit down in the studio and
so we've been away from the studio, but we have been in the field. We have been hunting. We have been putting hunters on and finishing up the MLD season with, man, we've had some successful hunts towards the end of the season and put people on. Roughly about 30 hunters came out this season, and we sent home people with meat in the freezer.
Yeah, past 2 weeks, somewhere around 16, 18 deer.
Yeah.
We were able to assist in the harvest of.
Yeah, so it's been great, man. We got a little bit of footage, and we're gonna play a little bit of it, talk a little bit over the video, let you guys see what we've been doing, and hope you guys enjoy what we have to share with you. This is a little bit of video of us getting ready. We had Ben and his son Landon, 10 years old.
A good father-son hunt.
Yep. So we got reached out by a fellow veteran, Marine veteran, wanted to take his son out, and we started off with how you want to hunt. It was a cold morning, and we got them in a blind with a heater buddy and tried to keep them warm as possible, and they were bundled up. Jimmy and I went out and stalked some property as well while they were in the blind. And
yeah, we went out, tried to pattern some deer, just see what's going on while clients are out hunting. We're out trying to see what's going on with deer on the other portions of the property and other properties.
Yeah, if we have to leave the blind and we got to move about, we can do that. And Jimmy, we do little things differently than maybe some other outfitters. You go to some high fence ranches and it's all just get in a blind, watch the feeder. Feeder's going to go off at a certain time. You can expect the deer to come out, and you drop a deer and you wrap up. And we can do that too, but we ask the hunters, how do you want to do this? Do you want to hunt from a blind, or you want to get out there and pound the ground?
And that's what we'll do. Is they're in a blind, we'll go out and we'll see if we can spot deer, and then if we do, we'll ask them like, hey, we got deer spotted. Do you want to get out and do some spot and stalk? So we'll go pick them up and go do some spot and stalk, and that's kind of what's happening right now. We went out and seen some deer. We said, hey, let's go pick these guys up, and we're gonna get out and try to get on some deer away from the stands and the feeders.
Yeah, and the thing about this hunt is we had Landon, and we seeing him crawl down the blind there. One of the things about this hunt is we asked him, what's your dream hunt? What do you want to knock down? And he was able to tell us he wanted to knock down a pig.
Yeah, his dream was to knock down a pig, and well, he came to the right place. Cast&Blast Outfitters put him on it.
Yeah, so that morning they saw 3 bucks come out to the feeder?
I think 3 bucks came out here. They were they had a doe tag. They'd bought a doe tag, and when you're hunting bucks, all you see is doe. When you're hunting doe, all you see is bucks, and that's what happened this particular morning right here.
Yeah, Ben's talking about how this is our camp, man. We stayed out there with him overnight.
Yeah, it turned out to be a real fun deal.
Set up camp, and
yeah, we got camp set up. This is where we got that camp set up, and Landon said, hey, I really, really want to shoot a pig, and I said, well, come on, we had
to get out past the pasture out, and we found a little spot where some pigs were bedding down, maybe.
Yeah, they were. Well, there is a big bedding area over near here, but it's a big feeding area too. There's, oddly enough, it sounds crazy, but there's still a lot of acorns on the ground in a lot of places over here that they're still munching on.
And they tear those up, man.
They're old, they're old acorns, but there's still a lot of them, and they, for whatever reason, they're still eating them.
Yeah, I stuck behind and tried to get a little footage of you guys creeping up on the pigs up here, and it was cool to see you guys work your way towards them, and really cool for Ben to help his son, you know, inch their way towards the hunt. You know, it was just a father and son moment for us, and you got him on the pigs, and from there, Dad had a little chance to have a little father son moment with his son. I think that's something that's amazing that we were able to make happen.
And that's where he just made the shot of his life right there. That was
Man, 10 years old, dropping it with a 6'5" Creedmoor,
six
wasn't
five
it?
Creedmoor. Look how happy he is. Just so happy. And that just filled my heart with joy. Seeing
Yeah,
the happy
happy
dance.
dance. Yeah, man, that was really cool. He was just so excited. Um, we were able to make it happen. He said he wanted, drop a pig. Uh, the cool thing about the pig is he said it had a little gray in its beard like I did,
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
like,
So
I don't know how to take that, Landon.
there was 20 25 pigs in the sounder, and he picked that one out, and luckily we were able to move in on it. We had a lot of things working against us. The wind was not in our favor, so we had to get kind of move around and do some crazy things, but we were able to make it happen.
This is us at night. All Landon talked about all day was starting a fire and getting some s'mores,
S'mores,
right?
that after he got his pig, s'mores is the next
That
priority.
was the next priority. You're
Yeah.
right. We were able to make that happen for him, and
For me,
man,
it was that Lone Star you just seen in my hand.
oh yeah, man. So the Texas staple Lone Star Light, and we had a nice little fire. Of course, we were grilling some burgers for our meal that night. Great burgers, great meal that night. It was a great time overall with these guys, man. Really cool
Yeah, it was
time.
it was really cool. What you can't tell right now is how cold it was. It was actually cold that night.
It was cold, so the fire helped us out. Man, we bundled up in that tent,
We
and
did.
uh,
The
yeah,
little heater buddy, we had to turn that heater buddy
didn't take
on.
us long to go to sleep though. We were pretty tired,
Yeah, we
pretty
was
worn
worn out.
out. But here's us. It looks like the conditions are a lot lighter than they are, but that's just the camera doing its job. We got out there before first light, found this little spot to put them on.
Yeah, this is one of those good starter points to see how the day's going to go. It's a good lookout point. You can see a long distance and a couple big fields, so you almost have a 360-degree lookout point here with a lot of open land and fields where you can kind of see if the deer are moving and kind of what's going on. So it's
Just
good.
a lot of beautiful area out
Yeah.
there to just take in and watch the activity as it's moving about. Um, get a little idea of what the terrain looks like out here. Just the colors are starting to get. There's a lot of green on the ground now, and you start seeing the colors creeping through.
Yeah, that green,
Tracks everywhere we walk. I don't think you could step foot on the ground out there
yeah,
and not
they're
see
everywhere.
tracks.
Which oddly enough, with that greenery, it made conditions a little tough too. Late season those deer have been pressured pretty hard. Not coming to the feeders as much because they got to, look at all the greenery, and that's kind of what they're preferring right then. But they're still coming every once in a while. We had to get away from the feeders here, and that's what we're doing is the whole spot and stock thing. Kind of get back in these woods, and Ben's able to take a shot here at about, I think it was around 140, 160 yard shot,
Yeah.
and he's able to harvest, another doe.
Yep. Fill the tag and get what he came out there for. Man, we're just having a good time at this point. Getting on him. Finding the places that he can be most successful at and try to increase his odds. And you know, as we get back to camp, we pull up and about 200 yards away, you see a dog running. Got that yote moving its way out, and I think he ended up taking the shot close to 300
Yeah,
yards.
dog kept running, so we gave him the old squeak, and he stopped in his tracks to look back, see what it was, and then took a dirt nap.
There you go. And man, I mean, by this time we got a pig, a deer, and a coyote.
So what do we call that?
That's what we call the Texas Slam. That's a turf edition, Texas
The
Slam.
Texas Turf Slam.
That's right. Again, just having a good time out there with the father and son. That particular day, there was a lot going on, and we made it happen. Glad they were able to walk away with meat in the freezer and an experience that they can't forget. You know, father and son, first pig hunt.
So I'll tell you how special that is for Landon to say that his dream was a pig hunt, and we were a part of that dream, and it's something that 10-year-old young man is going to remember for the rest of his life.
I would agree.
And we'll be a part of that memory, so that's really special.
Hog hunt with his dad right by his side. It was an amazing moment just to be there and be with them, man. And we got some great video we're going to be sending to them so they can have that memory forever. So, yeah. If you guys are watching, man, and you want to come hunt with the Cast and Blast Outfitters, hit us up, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right, man. So we're sitting out here with Landon. Landon's been out here hunting with us. He's been hunting with his dad, Ben. So we're going to talk to Landon and see what he's enjoyed and how he's liked it out here. So he was telling us the other day that, or actually this morning, that one of his dream hunts was to get a pig. He actually got his first pig yesterday. So what'd you think about getting that pig?
Well, it was amazing.
What kind of led up to it? Like, what was you thinking as we spotted the pigs and we had to kind of get down and stalk them? What was you thinking?
Well, I was thinking that I hope they don't run away. And when I was making the shot, I was thinking, I hope I do not make it suffer.
That's awesome. That's good. So Dad had to get in there, right? Dad was a big part of it. He got in there and was holding the shooting sticks for you and making sure that you were able to get a good steady aim. So as you was aiming at that pig, what was you thinking when you're setting your aim and you're putting the crosshairs on there? What was kind of going through your mind?
Well, like I said, I do not want it to suffer. I want to have a quick, easy death where it doesn't have to feel any pain.
So you made a real good shot. That pig didn't move, right? You made an awesome shot, super ethical, and I think it was definitely a proud dad moment for your dad. And I tell you, for me and Ben, that was a real cool moment for us to watch that happen, father and son do that. So what do you think? What do you think about hunting out here with your dad?
The only reason I am even here this day is because I went with him. I went with a hunt with him, where I didn't even get to shoot anything. I didn't even get a chance to shoot anything. But that helped spark the love for my hunting. Hunting.
That's awesome, man. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Love for hunting is good. So you talked earlier about like conservation and ethical shots and stuff. So that was really cool to hear that, Dad's been teaching you that stuff and you're soaking it in like a sponge and you understand it. That's really cool. What's been your favorite, most memorable experience since you've been out here past couple of days with us hunting?
The pig shot.
The pig shot? That was a really good shot too. Would you ever come back with me and Ben to hunt?
Yes.
Yeah?
You're one of the reasons I made the shot.
Why is that? What happened?
Because you knew the property. And without knowing the property, we could have been like on the other side of the property where the pigs weren't.
Yeah, that's good. I appreciate that. So we were talking earlier, your dad Ben and Pinche Ben, they were shutting the gate. And I got to ask you this question. If Google wasn't around, who do you want around?
That's a hard question. There's a story behind that.
There's a story behind it.
Question.
Well, you told me, you're the one that told me about it in the truck. If there was no Google and you had to ask somebody a question or you wanted them around, who would it be?
Well, it would be my dad, but he's not the brightest ever.
Oh, bet I know who's walking home.
Yeah. So what did he say
I never said you were dumb.
So in the truck, when y'all were shutting the gate, you and Landon's dad, he told me, he said,
I never said he was dumb.
If
I
Google
was saying
wasn't around
he's
and I
not,
need to ask
he's not
anybody a question,
like
I would want you to be around. I was like, wow,
Hey,
just kind of out of the
that
blue.
means you were
good answer. Yeah, that's
providing him some knowledge.
Cool. So overall, you're having a great time. We're gonna go back out and try to
get
you on a shot with the doe. So hopefully we can make that happen this evening.
We don't get
but
many
I think
compliments,
overall
but
it
when
seems
we do,
like
we'll
you've had a
take
really
'em.
good
We'll
time.
take
I know
'em.
that we've had a good time, and it's been cool watching the father-son aspect and how much you're really soaking it up, and like you said, your love for hunting and how much you really like it and love it.
The only reason I probably even made that shot is dad.
Yep.
Because he held the gun steady. He taught me good shooting habits.
Hey, don't sell yourself short. Without me there, you still would have made that shot because you're an excellent shot. Don't sell yourself short, kid. You're great.
That was a well-placed shot. We were super proud of you. We were super excited to be there with you. And I got a question for Dad. So, I mean, it had to be a good moment for you to bring your son out here and put him on his first kill. But be honest, what makes you more proud? Seeing him take that shot or knocking down that coyote from 300 yards?
Dude, I was super happy about that coyote, but I've told him this a million times. I would rather him kill something than me any day of the week. I'd rather him kill the biggest
That's what
buck,
it's about.
catch the biggest fish.
There you go.
If he does it,
That's
I
awesome.
do it
There you go.
because I live through him.
There you go. So check it out, Landon. He's passing down the torch to you, man. He's teaching all these things to you, and this is the importance of us getting out here is teaching the next guys to teach their kids and their grandkids, and you know this is something that is very special. And we really, really wanted to make sure you had an experience that you remembered, and we hope we were able to do that. We camped out here. We had some s'mores last night.
Yes.
I think you were smiling from ear to ear.
Yeah.
Those were fun to watch you enjoy. So, well, we're gonna wrap it up, man. Close us out, Jimmy.
Yeah, we're having a good time. Like Ben said earlier, we got the Texas Slam already. We got deer, we got a pig, and we got some coyotes. So we're gonna head back out here actually just real soon. And See that we're gonna jackwagon keep looking his hunting, wrist with and no watch
Uh-huh.
on.
Mm-hmm.
maybe we get more pigs, deer, and coyotes, but deer's what we're after. So we'll see what happens. So stick around with us, and we'll have an update later for you.
There you go.
Yeah, man, we were able to
Wow.
make it happen. You know, he tagged out. You know, was able to fill the freezer and get what he came out for. And you know, he spent his hard-earned dollars on them tags, and he
Yep.
was able to walk away with meat in the freezer.
That's what it was all about, and that's what we strive and we work so hard to do for anybody that comes out. And we met a lot of super awesome, cool people that came out this season.
We sure did, man.
I mean, Ben and Landon, his son, you know, Jesse, Anthony, Ryan,
you know,
Dwayne, Shane, Chris,
Ali. Yep.
Yeah, there was a lot of we made some friends this season. It was really cool.
Yeah, we did, and the cool thing about it was, you know, we treat every hunter the same. You know, they're gonna come out, they pay for a hunt. I don't care what they pay for, if it's a doe, a buck, a trophy buck, you know, a cull buck. You know, they're gonna get the same treatment.
They're
from
going to get the
Cast&Blast.
110%. That they're going to get absolutely everything that we got.
That's
that we can
right.
give them.
And, you know, depending on how they want to hunt, that's how we're going to do it. You know, you want to get in a blind, we'll put you in a blind. You want to get out there and cover some ground, we'll check the winds. We'll get you on, you know, the best scenario that we can possibly get you.
Absolutely everything that we can do for success.
And later in the season, it got a little
It did.
tough.
It did get tough.
And maybe we had to cover a little bit more ground, but we had to earn it.
Well, I'll tell you, you know, the crazy thing is early season, the average hunt takes about anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes.
That's insane.
That's insane, right? So the average hunt this, you know, late season, the past 2 weeks that we done, the majority of the deer that we took were within the last 30 minutes of last light.
And that's starting like early before first light, you know, getting them out there. Obviously, the idea is to get a hunter in and get them out. You know what I mean? That way you can get meat in your freezer. You know, we get them field dressed and, you know, sent on their way, and they're having a good day and we're having a good time. But it's not always that pretty. You know, sometimes we got to wait it out, and the hunters got to, you know, maybe break for chow and, you know, come back, regroup. We come up with a game plan. We put them on a hunt the afternoon. But we will not give up until we make sure we put them on the best chance they have to drop a doe or drop a deer at the, you know, before the end of
last light.
Like,
we
you know,
will give everything.
And just like Jesse and Anthony, you know what I mean? They probably looked at you crazy when you told them, you know, this is a spot you need to be in. And
yeah, no blind, no feeder. There's nothing but two, you know, huge open fields, and there's one oak tree sitting there. and said, "Hey, sit at this tree.
Yeah.
Get up in it if you can.
Yeah.
This is where you need to be because the feeders, and the normal high traffic areas aren't working at this point.
They're not working because there's other vegetation for them to feed on.
Other vegetation and the pressure that we've already put on them,
Right.
So between the two of those and the winds at that time, because we couldn't hunt certain areas based off the winds.
Right.
So that was the best spot. So yeah, there was that, that WTF look for a second, like, are you sure?
And they sent us a great picture of Jessie was looking up, so she took a selfie looking upwards towards Anthony up in the tree, mounted at the low ready to go, and she's down there doing what they told me to do, and sure enough, boom, they made it happen. What, about 20 minutes before last light?
Yeah, about 20 something minutes before last light.
Good dough. Yeah,
mature dough. Perfect dough to take.
Perfect dough to take. And, that's the thing. We can easily put, 10 hunters out there and rack them up and just bring numbers in, but it's not about that. It's not about that. It's about giving a hunter the best chance they can have. And also, that's something different about, the Bellwether Conservation Program there is, it's all in the conservation effort. They're planting, native grasses, trying to get everything back to, the way Texas was, 100 years ago or 200 years ago or whatever, and have that habitat look as natural as they possibly can. Well, this deer conservation program is part of that.
It's part of it. And the pigs possibly. The time, money, and effort that they're putting in on their properties is it's amazing to me, and I can't wait to see what it looks like, as spring progresses and into the summer. I'm super excited to see what it looks like. And the dove population out there is insane, right? And
man, talk about the dove that are out there, man.
Imagine what it's going to be like when, everything that they're planning is going to be coming up. Yeah, it's already insane.
So we have dove just like living here. You got the migratory dove and everything, but you got dove just finding a safe haven at this place. Obviously, there's food and there's water, right? So, man, I look forward to dove season out there. We look forward to maybe hosting a
Cast&Blast event, maybe.
Cast&Blast event. Maybe you come out and we get you out there from first light to noon or something. We do a little dove hunt in the morning, and maybe between noon and 4, we do a little fishing over the ponds and catch some, bass or, catfish, whatever we can pull.
Whatever you want to catch.
You want to fry something up? We'll fry it up on the spot. You want to
cook up some burgers and dogs or
maybe some dove poppers, and we'll do all that. We'll try to make it an experience that we have a good time, have some giveaways, pass out some shirts, have a little fishing contest, make it fun for everybody there, and most of all, have a great social event that you guys can get to know the Cast and Blast crew, have a great time, have a great hunt. That's what it's all about, is having a good time, doing what we love, and that's living the Cast and Blast lifestyle.
Loving what you do and the people you surround yourself with.
That's right. So, man, you guys got to see a little bit of what our days have been like the past, 30 days or so?
Yeah, they've been tough. Let's how many times did we just sleep out in the woods? Like we got more sleep in the woods than we did in our own beds.
Absolutely.
The past 20 something days.
Yeah. And, it was all worth it. It was all for the clients, and the clients walked away happy, and that's what it's all about.
I fell asleep in the woods one day. Ben told me I was calling pigs. I was so tired, and I was snoring so loud.
He was behind me sleeping on the other side of this tree, and I swear I thought he was sleeping or I thought he was calling pigs, man. And I turned around, and I was just like, oh, that's a good sleep, man. He earned that. And speaking of earning it, man, I think that's the difference of like the kind of hunting that you got to get out and go out and earn than the kind of hunting that basically comes to you. And nothing against it. We do both. You know what I mean?
Do both. It's about success. Which one is going to bring success?
Right. So you want to get out there and hunt in a blind. To me, that's kind of like ordering takeout. You know what I mean? Like you got the food coming to you. That you placed your order. Right? You placed your order. You have an expected time that it's going to be delivered.
The feeder going off?
The feeder's going off at a certain time. It's on a timer. And we know by pattern that the deer are going to come out at a certain time, right? So you can just basically say, hey, that's the way it is. To me, that's like ordering takeout. And then sometimes you got to put together your meal, right? And you got to put all the ingredients, and you got to, take all those things into consideration and make sure that meal comes out just as good as that takeout, right? Or even better. Well, you say, okay, well, those ingredients could be wind conditions or, wind direction, the conditions, the time of day, the pressure of the property that we've been hunting on. All those things are taken into consideration. You got to move. You got to get about. You got to move quietly. If you're moving in a group, that becomes more challenging. Those are all those ingredients that go into a meal, so to speak, right? And you earn it. I think it's so much fun. I mean, we ended our season low crawling over a hill to get to the right before end of last light, and we were able to see those doe coming out 600 yards away, and we had to make our way closer. Rifle strapped over our backs.
That's
low
the spot
crawling
and stock right there.
That was so much fun.
The epitome of the spot and stock.
And when we got done, we earned it.
We earned it. Yeah, like you said, we spotted.
We
from
still
long
hadn't
ways.
tagged out. We've been putting all the clients on.
No, we hadn't put no meat in the freezer all year, and we just wanted just one doe.
That's right.
The very last day of the very last hour.
Yeah, hunters had already made their
Everybody else is good.
They had 2 doe tagged out by that night.
Yeah, two doe tagged out. So we put the client on 2 deer, and we said, man, last hour, last day, we need some meat in the freezer for us, and we ended up low crawling a good 75 to 100 yards.
Yeah, it was fun.
But we made it happen.
Got it done. Cool. And that's what it's about, man. And hopefully you guys get a little bit of better understanding of why we've been away for a while. We're going to get back into the swing of things. But understand that Cast and Blast outfitters they're out there getting after it, man. We're not just, putting on a show, or we're just, podcasters.
Yeah, we're not just saying that's what we like to do. That is what we do.
Yeah.
So it's a balance between sitting in the studio and being in the woods or on the water.
Yeah. And hope you guys are enjoying it. Hope you enjoyed the little bit of content we shared with you today. And, man, if you're watching and you like this kind of a podcast and you like this kind of content, right? Us sharing videos and this and that. We'll try to do a little bit more of that. But make sure you leave it in the comments and let us know, give us some feedback. We take every bit of your feedback and we try to implement it to make the next show better. So we listen to your comments. People wanted to see some video. We got a little bit of video in there.
That's the thing. We're not professionals.
No.
So what we're doing is what we think. But the best input that we can get is from you. So if you say, hey, we would like to see X, Y, and Z, we're going to do X, Y, and Z.
Just like, the support you guys are giving us, man, it goes so far. And if you want to help us out and support us to reinvest into the podcast, go to our website. Go to castandblastoutfitters.com. Go check out the merch that we have there. We're working on some more merchandise, some hats, some new shirts.
Pretty exciting. Yeah, we got some cool things coming.
We got some camo coming your way, some high heat camo, some high heat outdoors camo coming with some great patterns that you guys probably haven't seen before. And we're
super unique, like one of a kind.
Yeah, so we're doing all these things behind the scenes, trying to bring them to you. And it's a small crew, man. The Cast and Blast crew is right now a team of 5 of us. Everybody bringing a different skill set to the table. Jimmy and I, PB and J, are just having fun along the way. And we promise each other that as long as we're having fun, we're going to keep doing it. We hope you're having fun along with us, man. So we're going to wrap this up. This was Cast and Blast Podcast, episode 8. Hunting with Cast and Blast Outfitters. Pinche Ben and Jimmy signing out.
Have a good one.
Peace. Hey, amigos. If you enjoyed this episode, we invite you to subscribe so you can be notified when we post new content.
And if you feel like leaving a comment, please do so for this podcast and share with your friends.
Thanks for listening, and I hope you had as much fun as we did.
Now get out there and enjoy the Cast and Blast lifestyle.